Hey Marty,
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. How
Yeah,
are
thank you.
you? You
I'm
look
hanging in there. I'm healthy. My kids are getting educated, and I'm employed. So and
all
I got a
great things.
and I got
Yeah.
a place to live. So yeah, I'm fortunate. How
Oh,
are
that's
you doing
great.
personally through all of this?
Really good. I think at first we were really scared in shelter and at Mary's place, but we're starting to acclimate and kind of get to our new normal and really good days, I would say. Every day has been a really good day.
Yeah, I mean, the work that you and your team do requires so much courage in normal times, and I imagine an extra level of courage and dedication in these very unusual times. How have you had to adjust and to keep everybody safe and manage your shelters and day centers and help people?
Yeah, while it may be that seems like for everybody else, everything has changed, in some ways, not much has changed, right? We still have 600 family members in shelter every day and, uh, a day center full of women, but we are managing. We have made a lot of adjustments. I think some of the hardest was de-intensifying our shelters and creating that social distancing space. So that meant having to move families. And that we ended up closing 3 of our shelters and significantly the ones for single moms with children. So that was very, very hard, but we've made the adjustment and so grateful that our Amazon shelter opened right at the beginning of this pandemic. Uh,
Right.
for us, it wasn't a coincidence. It's been our saving grace. It meant that we never had to return anybody to homelessness. So grateful for that gift. And um, I don't know. I think we've become a restaurant. We've become a hospital. We've become a school. We have lots of kids in school and lots of remote learning. So we've made all the adjustments, but really because our staff are phenomenal on the front lines. This passion and drive to make sure our families have everything they need. And it's heart-wrenching to watch, and yet they are so selfless that they come in every day knowing that the virus is there and but choose to serve and serve with grace and goodness and then return to their own families at night. So amazing uh, staff, but they are definitely my heroes through this
Yeah,
crisis.
incredible courage.
Yeah.
Have you had to stand up additional sites and locations, or is the shelter in the Denny regrade or the family center in the Denny regrade providing enough relief from those shelters that you had to close?
Yeah, not enough, right? There's more families coming. And so that allowed us to keep our capacity of what we've had and been able to transfer the closure of those 3 shelters to that space. But we are in the process of opening another shelter. We are grateful for that. We will opening a space in the Central District, and it has 46 rooms, individual bathrooms, and for each family. So it's ideal for families that are diagnosed with COVID, think they might be symptomatic, or coming out of isolation and quarantine. So super grateful for that space. We're working hard, doing some repairs right now, and it will hold another 250 family members. So really just the timing couldn't have been better. And again, it's our community that has stood up and said, we care about our neighbors. We know that our neighbors are struggling and we're going to help. So let us know what it takes.
Was that a space you were pursuing before the COVID outbreak, or did that come about more recently?
We looked at it in December and we knew we had another shelter coming online. We knew we didn't have any resources to do it, but yet the space was like perfect. Everything that you had dreamed for families. While COVID has forever changed us, it's forever changed the way that we will do shelter, knowing that families need individual space. They can't sleep on mats on the floor with just a curtain separation, and that we can do better. And we want to do better. And when I looked at that space, I thought, we have to do this. And then our board got together and they said, absolutely, we are behind you 100%. But it wasn't till the end of February, and then the pandemic was coming and looming, and we knew it was going to hit, and we said, now is the time. So Shelter Holdings gave us a lease for 2 years, which we're incredibly grateful for. And because of construction and all of the interruptions there, this was an essential service to build out a shelter, so they were able to continue. So all of the pieces just fell into place. So we're getting ready to open quickly here, probably in the middle of May.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Are we seeing increases in domestic violence in our community? I mean, we've heard some of those stories nationally. Is that occurring here? And are you seeing more women turn to Mary's Place in this really difficult time?
We are. We're getting the calls, the even police dropping families off. And so really working hard to make sure that there are enough spaces for families experiencing domestic violence. We're hoping, we have another site that we're looking at trying to, I think what was most heartbreaking was closing those single women and children shelters. That was over 70 beds just in the last couple of weeks that we've closed, and haven't been able to open a single women's shelter. So we would really like to do that. We don't know how we can go on with not doing that. So we have to be here for those families. And we know stay home, stay healthy doesn't mean stay home, stay healthy for everyone. And that there's a lot of people in a lot of pain and a lot of grief and experiencing a lot of abuse and trauma. And we have to be there for those families.
How can the community help you? How can the downtown community, the Seattle community support Mary's Place through this really challenging time?
So many ways, right? We've had our own Mary's Place TV show going on. We have an Amazon $1 million match to make. Going to be more challenging when we're not all in the same room and can't see the faces together. But and then we need sheets and blankets. Those from your closet. We're not asking for new, but we've got lots of beds and we're opening 250 more beds. So send those in. And with kids at home, we're used to having kids at home, but not all day, every day. And we have 276 school-age kids right now. So we're looking for Chromebooks. Not everybody still can do remote learning. Not every district has computers. And then snacks, lots of snacks. They eat lots. And so we need everything from popcorn to a cup of noodles to cheese and crackers, whatever you want to send our way, we need and they would love. Yeah, we have an Amazon charity wish list on our website, so always look on that. There might be other ways to give between diapers and
that's really easy for you, in addition to going to your website directly. And
yeah.
Well, thanks for taking some time to share how you all have continued to rise up and serve and demonstrate a lot of courage and keep your own team healthy and safe while you support those most in need in our community. Always appreciate connecting with you, always inspired by your leadership and everything that you do to serve others. And we'll collectively adjust to this new normal and then eventually get out of it and get to the other side of this. But again, I appreciate you taking time to talk with me.
Well, I just want to say thank you for all you do. You are the best community connector that we could ever desire. And it's been such, it has been our saving grace. So we've got this because you've got us. So
we've all got this. Yeah, and we've all got each other and Seattle to get through this. So thanks again, Marty. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, John, so much. Appreciate you.
Be well.
Bye-bye. Be well.